Hi, my name's Gabe. For this problem, we're asked to find the center and the radius of the sphere given by x squared plus y squared plus z squared minus 4x plus 2y minus 6z plus 10 equals 0. Now, what we want to do in order to find the center and the radius is to rewrite this equation in the standard form of the equation of a sphere. So let me remind you what the standard form or the standard equation of a sphere is. So it's x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared plus z minus j quantity squared equals r squared. Now here we have the center is the point h, k, j, and the radius is r. So what we want to do is we want to try to write this equation here in this form. And in order to do that, we'll have to rearrange a little bit and then complete the square. So let's begin by first grouping all of the x terms together, all of the y terms together, and all of the z terms together. So we'll have an x squared minus 4x, and that's all for x. But since we're going to be completing the square, I'm going to leave a little space to the right of 4x. Then we'll have plus y squared plus 2y. And again, we'll be completing the square here. So I'm going to leave a little bit of space to the right of 2y. And plus z squared minus 6z. And again, I'll leave a little bit of space to the right of 6z. And also, when we look back at the standard form, or the standard equation of a sphere, we don't have any constants on the left-hand side. So I'm going to subtract 10 from both sides of the equation. So we'll have this is equal to negative 10. Now here's where I'll want to complete the square 3 times. So here we have x squared minus 4x, and we want to turn this into a perfect square. So we'll think about our b term, which is negative 4. We'll divide that by 2, which gives us negative 2, and we'll square it. So we're going to add 4 to this right here. And since we added 4 to the left-hand side of the equation, we also have to add 4 to the right-hand side of the equation. Now looking at y squared plus 2y, our b term here is 2. So b divided by 2 is 1, and 1 squared is 1. So we're going to add a 1 here to complete this square. And since we added 1 to the left-hand side of the equation, we have to add 1 to the right-hand side of the equation. And finally, we have z squared minus 6z. Our b in this case is negative 6. Divide that by 2, we have negative 3, and we square it, and we have 9. So we'll be adding 9 to complete the square here. So since we added 9 to the left-hand side of the equation, we'll also have to add 9 to the right-hand side of the equation. Now what we have is we have 3 perfect squares. So let's go ahead and let's factor these. So x squared minus 4x plus 4, this factors into x minus 2 quantity squared, y squared plus 2y plus 1 factors into y plus 1 quantity squared, and z squared minus 6z plus 9 factors into z minus 3 quantity squared. And this is equal to negative 10 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9, which is equal to 4. So what we can do here is just take this one step farther and try to rewrite it so that it is in the standard form of a sphere. So what we have is we'll have x minus 2, this quantity squared, plus y plus 1 quantity squared plus z minus 3 quantity squared. And instead of just writing a 4 here, we can go ahead and write 4 as 2 squared. So what we can do now is we can go ahead and write down the center and the radius of the sphere. So the center of the sphere will just come from looking at 2, -1, and 3. And the reason the y-coordinate of the center is negative is because we want to think about this y plus 1 as y minus a -1 so that it matches up with the standard form of a sphere. And the radius will just be the r value, which in this case is 2. So the center of our sphere is 2, -1, 3, and the radius of the sphere is 2. Thank you.